super excited, man. It's awesome. Let's do this.
Perfect. So we're going to start this podcast off with David's favorite thing in the world. Episode 16 is where we're at. David, number 16 in the NFL. Who's the first person that comes to mind?
I can't even think of one. Not a single one.
I literally wore his jersey last week.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Thank you.
You know I don't think about that guy.
Wow.
You know how I feel about your team.
All right, Trey, who else we got? It can be anyone of all time. Who we got?
Tyler Lockett.
Okay.
I think. St. Brown's 19, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Smith was 16, right?
Wait.
New York Giants. Steve Smith.
Oh my God, you're going for like out of nowhere.
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers. Okay.
16.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyone else?
That's it.
Not the greatest quarterback in Rams history of Jared Goff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jared Goff. Also.
Joe Montana is another one. So we have Joe Montana.
I lack every time we do this. I lack so hard. I can never come up with any.
Give me a second. Let's see who else we got here. So other players we got here are gonna be 16 is a weird number. George Blanda, Ken Stabler, Jake Plummer, Vinny Testaverde, Josh Cribbs. That's a throwback for you Browns fans, the Clowns fans. But there's some 16s, David's favorite questions. All right, so for the show today, we have a little bit of so since we have the Eagles fan and we had the Giants fan with David, we're going to be doing the NFC East today, and we'll get in that in a second. We have a few questions we're going to ask, and then we might do some Weddle to end it off. But first thing I want to ask you guys, the Chase Claypool comments a couple weeks ago on it. I think it was the Pivot podcast. I forgot what podcast he was on. And this is I want to give the full quote so you understand it, and I want to know your reactions. And just like you said, understanding I'm not normal. I feel that way when I'm on the field. I know for a fact I'm not like the rest of the guys in the NFL. I know I'm a top 5 receiver. I know I'm a top 3 receiver.
Are they smoking?
He is from BC, isn't he?
Yeah. Was it like one of those spots he's drinking, he's smoking a little bit?
BC lifestyle, yeah. Okay.
He's feeling himself. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna say about this. It's the same vein as Tyreek Hill saying that Tua has this a better arm or a better accuracy than Patrick Mahomes. It ain't true. He can say it all he wants. Not true. I don't even consider him to be top 20 right now.
Yeah.
At receiver. So and that's my opinion. He's allowed to have his opinion. Obviously, he thinks very highly of himself. We'll see if he backs it up this year. I doubt he will, but hey, stranger things have happened.
What about you? What do you think,
Treyvon, you played it against him, so you have a unique perspective on this. So you can tell me what you think.
Yeah. No. So I grew up in BC. Chase is obviously from Abbotsford. I grew up in a little town called Chilliwack, and I was a year older than him. So we played each other every second year. And the game plan was always stop Chase. I was get the guy, number 21. We're stopping that guy. And we succeeded one year, won the chip, but most of the time he kicked our ass every year. So I will sound like a little bit of a hater, but I mean, come on, dude.
Get serious, bro.
Come on. I mean, I get it. If you get to that level, the NFL level, you gotta have supreme confidence in yourself, and that whole mindset, the discipline, right, to get to that professional level. You gotta believe in yourself. But I mean, and what is he gonna say too, right? None of these 2-10 guys are better than me and stuff. So I mean, you can see it, the way he dresses, the way he acts and stuff. He's a confident guy, and I'm not surprised. He said some silly stuff in the past before, right? He was talking about the Browns. They got back at him too, right? Yeah,
they're very on brand. Very on brand.
Yeah, exactly.
I think him and
brand, right?
I think him and Juju have done the same thing. Get into the league, have a good year. We look great. Let's start, kind of partying, messing around, and then let's see what happens. We sign a 1-year deal with the Kansas City Chiefs for $9 million. So
yeah.
All right,
so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
I mean, just physically speaking too, he is a freak of nature. So I think that's maybe kind of where he's kind of more coming from. Like he's bigger and faster than most of the guys in the league, but I mean, he's also not the best. I think what holds him back a little bit is the route running and just the smaller, finer details, right? And growing up in Canada, like a lot of that stuff in the States, they learned that in Pop Warner, right? So we just didn't have the infrastructure that they do have down there. It's a different level, right? Like I coach out here now as well, and so I kind of have that perspective. So that's probably where he's coming from, just physically speaking, right? Trying to put myself in his shoes. You know?
Yeah. Well, hey, Notre Dame has structure. If there's anything we know, when he went to Notre Dame, he had structure. So
yeah,
I think it's just like he's got a little freedom now on the Steelers, so he's expressing himself. Honestly, I'll give him this. Like, if someone asked me that question, I'd probably give the same answer, to be honest. Like, what am I gonna say? I'm not the best in the league. Like, I gotta believe in myself. Like Trey said, like you have to have supreme confidence to be in the NFL. And like if you start doubting yourself, you're basically on your way out. So I mean, I respect it. He's wrong. I respect it still.
So I agree with you to a point, because when you look at it, a wide receiver has that diva mentality, right? Where they need to hype themselves up. I don't think Sam Darnold is going to come out here and say I'm the top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I'm just saying, like,
fair enough.
It's a little bit different piece of position that he plays. Jalen Ramsey, granted, he can say it. We'll say I'm the best defensive back in the NFL. But I promise you, 5 other defensive backs are going to say the exact same thing. It comes with the position. It comes with the territory, right? Aaron Donald isn't coming out here saying I'm the best defensive player in the league, but we all know who the best defensive player in the league is, right? So
see, the way I feel about this is what's known doesn't have to be said. And the fact that you have to go out and big yourself up a little bit, it shows the chink in the armor. And that's how I feel about the Steelers. I don't think they're going to be as good this year. We'll see, but we're past them now.
Yes.
We're past AFC North, so we'll just move on from them.
Anything else to go on with the Claypool conversation? I'll say it one more time. I need a smash or a pass, all right? So here's the quote. Here's the quote from Chase Claypool. I know I'm a top 5 receiver. I know I'm a top 3 receiver.
Pass.
I'm passing. I'm dropping back. Drop back.
Pass. All right. So to get into that, I kind of have I personally think it's not really a hot take, but I'm gonna use it anyways. I'm gonna say what I believe, and I want you guys to say if you think I'm wrong or I'm right. I'm trying to make sure I say this properly. That's why. So we talk about wide receivers now going from Claypool to top 5 receivers. And I was really thinking about this, and I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't think DeAndre Hopkins is a top 5 receiver in the NFL right now.
Yeah. I don't think that's as hot as a take as you think it is.
I don't think so either, but I think a lot of people are going to hate it.
Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
The argument can be made for sure. There's an argument to be made on both sides. I lean towards the not top 5 anymore. I think when last seen he wasn't having the best season, and it's still just, I assume will just carry on that way as he gets older, and he's going to be suspended for half the year, and or like for part of the year at least. And so I just feel like unless he comes out and just balls, I don't see him being in the top 5 conversation anymore. I think he's on the decline. So yeah, I don't think that's a hot take. That's a nice David stamp of approval on that.
I got approval.
Dave approved. Yeah.
What do you think, Trey?
What he's like? He's like what, 32 now? He's definitely 30 plus.
He's in his 30s. Like he's like mid 30s, I think.
Yeah. He can be a number 1 still, I think, for sure, if he can stay healthy, right? But yeah, I would have to agree with Dave here, man. He's I don't think he's top 5 anymore, man.
He just turned 30.
He just turned 30.
Just turned 30. Happy birthday, June 6th.
A little bit for me.
June 6th.
Yeah.
I think that he's still got, like, he's gonna have a break. Gonna have to take a break and kind of keep in shape. And if he can stay in shape and come in and I don't know, produce, maybe let's say he gets 8 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards, like, I don't know, 60 upwards of 60 catches.
Yeah,
I think that's a pretty good year, and for coming in with missed games, that'll be a pretty.
Depends if Kyler stays healthy, right?
Yeah, and it's very dependent on because who's the backup? Who's the backup?
Right. Actually, it's what's his name? Oh my God, keep going. Michigan State. No, just keep talking.
To be fair though, he has had some real shit quarterbacks, and he made it work. So
I don't know,
I'm
Watson.
not sure if Kyler is even necessary in this equation, but hey, we'll see what happens with him. I think it's kind of like it's up in the air for him for sure. I can't definitively say that he's not going to be number one, but the argument could be made that he isn't even top 5 anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we all know he has those glue hands, right? But my concern is just getting separation of the hammy, right? He tore it last year.
Yeah.
And I know for me personally, like, not trying to compare myself to an NFL athlete, but like once he popped the hammy once, man, it's easy to pop again. You know, like it doesn't take much, right? So, and he just turned 30, right?
Hey,
that's big. That's the number, right? The 3-0.
Colt McCoy.
Eagles vegan. I don't know.
Oh, Colt McCoy,
yeah,
Texas Superman, Colt McCoy.
Boy, yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty decent backup. Like
he is the A-tier backup quarterback.
Yeah,
that's what Colt McCoy
we're gonna have to do one of those. We're gonna have to tier list one of the backups, the backup QBs one day.
That's actually different. All right. So I'll give you my top 5. So real quick, just DeAndre Hopkins, smash or pass. DeAndre Hopkins is not a top 5 receiver.
Smash.
I'm smashing, yeah. Smash button.
All right. I'm glad I'm not crazy. So this is actually my top 5. No particular order, but I just want to there was one receiver I couldn't take off the list, but I'm projecting a bit. Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, because I feel like he deserves the respect at this point for what he's doing. Debo, Stephon Diggs, and projecting with this one, Jamar Chase.
Yeah. But you're leaving some people off.
But here's the thing. Crazy. Okay, there can only be top 5. Okay, Tyreek is different to me. Here's the thing about Tyreek is, one, I don't think he's going to perform. I've already gone on this. He's not going to perform the same way he did in Kansas City. He's not going to get what he wants. This is I've said it before, this is the decline of Tyreek's Hill. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You went from Patrick Mahomes, who didn't need to force feed you, to Tua, who's going to have to feed you, and it's going to be slants, you're going to get hit because the ball is going to be behind you. He's incredibly fast, but I think that when it came to Patrick Mahomes, he made Tyreek better, not the other way around. We've seen what the other guys can do with decent quarterbacks and great quarterbacks too. Cooper Kupp was still doing great with Jared Goff. Obviously, there's only 5 people that can be on the list. Stephon Diggs has shown that for being a 5th-round pick, my man can ball out. Jamar Chase is already the best. I will put my quote on it, the best route runner in the NFL. He makes people miss on a 0 route. How do you do that? My man stops in one spot and the guy goes flying. How do you do that? In the Super Bowl, he passes Jalen Ramsey on the last play of the game. I know this is over, oh God, but he passes Jalen Ramsey wide open in the end zone if Joe Burrow doesn't get sacked. So,
hey, I'll give you credit, but you're missing one big time name
Justin
on
Jefferson.
That list. Yeah, Justin.
That's
disrespected Justin Jefferson.
It was between Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I want you to know that.
I'm sorry. There's no way you have a top 5 list right now. And if you're gonna project, there's no way you don't have Justin Jefferson. Think about this for a second. Okay. Let me just get this out there. His quarterback is Kirk Cousins. That's all I have to say.
Kirk Cousins is a great deep ball, though.
He's a great regular season QB.
Yeah.
Is he?
Not great.
One win on Monday night.
Okay, stop. No. Did you know that Tom Brady hasn't beaten the Saints in the last 6 times that he's played them? Does that make him?
Saints got his number.
So my top 5, again, Justin Jefferson is like 5B, 5C, like literally right there. I want that to be known. Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Debo Samuel, Stephon Diggs, and Jamar Chase. Obviously, AJ isn't on there. Obviously, Justin Jefferson isn't on there. D-Hop isn't on there. DK Metcalf. I just don't think DK has a route running ability like other receivers yet.
No.
Who else am I missing that like is absolutely outlandish? Tyreek, obviously. Tyreek is like probably the 8 to 10 range. I think he's going to decline. He wasn't even the best catch passer on his team.
You guys like Debo, huh?
Debo, I think, is different because my man can. Cordell Patterson. He's a rich man. Cordell Patterson.
Like, is he gonna run this year though?
No, he can't.
Nah,
not if he wants to bank. Not if he wants to bank.
We'll see. Yeah. Unless they pay him, they gotta pay him if they want him.
They gotta pay him a wide receiver salary plus a running back salary on top of that. So
they'll figure it out. They've got it's still.
He gets hurt too, man. I think he had a hammy too, right?
Yeah, I think he's got something going on right now.
He always got something going on.
This is true. That's another reason why. That's another reason why. That's another reason why they wouldn't pay him.
Yeah.
He's always got something. And for me, I feel like last year was his best year because he just played through it, and he's trying to get that bag because I think he knows that there's always going to be some kind of lingering injury. And my prediction is if they do pay him, he's going to decline quite a bit.
I get that. So I like that. I like that.
So who has a better year? Just throwing this out here. Eagles fan here, a little excited for this guy. AJ Brown or Debo?
Debo.
I think Debo has a better year.
Yeah. Debo with who's his quarterback?
So yeah, here's the thing. Okay, if I put Debo and AJ Brown on the same team, as of now, I take AJ Brown as a receiver. But since the teams they play on, I have all faith in Shanahan. Like, he will find a way to get Debo the ball. I don't have faith in Jalen Hurts. I am a Jalen Hurts hater. Simple.
He is a Jalen Hurts hater.
Mid-teens. Not like really low, but like mid-teens. I also hate Jimmy Garoppolo. I have Jalen Hurts over Jimmy Garoppolo.
So Jalen Hurts though?
Trey Lance is all projection. You can't even rate the man.
That's what I'm saying. All right, we'll see.
I'm actually a defender of Jalen Hurts because I think he hasn't really. Jalen Reagor was his receiver last year. Was a receiver on that team last year. I think that cancels all bad throws right there. I think that's all you needed to know.
All the receivers are like 6 foot 190, maybe.
Yeah,
bro. Like, we didn't have any diversity in the receiver court. And I know Devontae Smith gets a lot of hype and love and stuff, but we need a guy like AJ Brown, a guy who's big, physical, go up and get it kind guy, run through some mofo kind of guy, like
people don't realize how good AJ is.
I think AJ is a very Philly type receiver. Big,
I'm super excited, man.
Tough guy.
TO part 2, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it could look good this year. Like we'll get to our list. We'll get to our list in a second. But it could look good. It could look good for you guys. I don't like to say it. Honestly.
Yeah.
I know. I see you.
Before we get to the NFC East, how much do you, if you're the GM of the Baltimore Ravens right now, how much do you pay Lamar Jackson?
Market rate. I'll give him the bag, man.
Yeah.
Are you paying him Deshaun Watson? 5 year, 230 guaranteed?
I think more.
You really think Lamar Jackson more? With the way he plays, balls to the wall, agent.
Backload his contract. The way the Rams.
But he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. He won't even get into discussions. He literally said that the only way he just wants to be thrown money. He does not want to actually
guaranteed bag. Hey?
He wants guaranteed. How much do you guarantee
I would
Lamar
give
Jackson?
it to him, honestly. Lamar he's what? How old is he now? 25?
26, I think. I'm going to check real quick.
And you Watson had some leverage, a bit more leverage in his situation because he had multiple teams bidding for him. He pitted Atlanta against Cleveland, right? He was pretty much like a free agent almost. So that's partly why he got all that guaranteed money because they had all these teams fighting for him. He might. I think he's better than Lamar.
Yeah.
You
He's
think
a
if
better
Lamar
thrower for
goes
sure.
on the market right now?
Yeah,
he
but he's
doesn't
not on
get-
the market like that, though, right?
Okay, but
Build his
let's
franchise.
Okay. Yeah. Do the question. What's your question?
So my question is, right now, you think if Lamar and Watson were on the market at the same time, you don't think every team is asking for Lamar and not Watson first? You think
with
Watson's
or without the
gonna
cases? With or without the
That's what I
cases?
say. So I was just saying now.
No, without the cases. Without the cases.
Deshaun Watson, easily.
Watson,
Easy.
That's crazy. That's ludicrous.
Okay, yeah, we got some. Okay, all right.
Deshaun Watson. I hate this man. I want this to be said right now. I hate this man. If you listen to the pod, you know how disgusting I think this is and all that. Deshaun Watson is easily a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
Easily.
I wouldn't say easily, but
that is the most.
Close.
No. The reason why is Lamar. If Deshaun Watson comes back and can eventually get to his level, he plays a way of football that you can play for 10, 15, 20 years. Lamar Jackson already has a timer in his body. The amount of hits that he takes, the way he takes hits, the way he's sprinting, he's going to lose a step. Tom Brady's never lost his arm. Aaron Rodgers has never lost his arm. People don't lose their arm. People lose their legs. And when you're running quarterback like Cam Newton, you lose your legs. And what do you have after that?
I don't think Lamar is the same as Cam Newton, though.
But I'm just saying. But
I'm taking out the fact that he can run. I know you can't really do this. I'm taking out the fact that
you're taking
run.
Lamar's arm. You're over Deshaun Watson.
Lamar is a very accurate quarterback. Lamar is quite an accurate quarterback.
Underrated for sure.
Okay.
Tell me who his receivers were the last few years, and I'll tell you why he. So when Deshaun Watson was with the Texans, he had D-Hop on his team.
Great organization, fantastic.
Well, okay. I'm saying he had D-Hop on his team,
What's
bro.
going on there, guys?
Billy O'Brien is the best coach and GM of all time.
You guys are crazy. Listen.
Continue. I'm listening.
Listen. I'm just talking strictly people on his supporting cast.
Okay. So real quick, real fast. Can I tell you Lamar Jackson's stats through 12 games last year before injury and everything? I'll let you
sure.
Okay. So 2,800 passing yards, 64%, 16 touchdowns with 13 interceptions.
Okay.
Is that elite level arm talent? What really thinking about that?
So I'm saying
Hollywood Brown drops in there too, though.
Hollywood, yeah, that's true. But Trevor Lawrence doesn't get that argument. Neither does Daniel Jones or Jalen Hurts. So we won't even get into that discussion.
Okay, so listen. The way they set up their team last year and the way they set up their offensive scheme was so horrendous that I'm surprised that Lamar did not have more interceptions and he didn't have less passing yards, because the game plan was truly try and feed Hollywood Brown deep balls and try and get him to and try and make him into a receiver that he isn't. And they had Andrews and Rashad Bateman, who were both much better, who in my mind are both much better receivers than Hollywood Brown, and they tried to feed Hollywood Brown. They tried to make that work, and they tried to make it work. It didn't work, and they moved on from it. But now they have Rashad Bateman, they have Andrews. I think this year Lamar is going to prove to all the haters, to everyone who says, hey, Lamar can't throw, Lamar can't do this, he's got a timer on his body, that I think he has his best year yet. He's already been an MVP in the league.
I agree.
Take that in. He's already been an MVP in the league. Watson has never been an MVP in the league.
I agree. Lamar Jackson's also 1-3 in the playoffs, so he can't lead his team.
What's Watson in the playoffs?
He hasn't gotten there. I think he's 0-1.
Yes, he has. He got there. And he lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah. I know. He lost to the Chiefs. Oh, when they're up 21-0, and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and then
hold on. Y'all forget. Patrick Mahomes, please hold my beer. I will be right back. Anyways, I just want this to be said. And Trey? Who would you rather have as your starting quarterback without the cases? Deshaun Watson or Lamar Jackson?
It feels dirty to say this, but without the cases, Watson. Yeah, I don't like the arm talent, the running ability, the clutch G has a clutch G as well. There, man. I remember that spinning. He got out of that sack against the Bills. Nick got through for that first down, man. Like he's a special talent. But and real life, I'd have to take Lamar. Just right? You just have to clean history. Great team player, right? Like great leader. The boys love him there, so it's a tricky one, but.
Yeah. I got you. I agree.
They're both. I know you're saying it's clear. For me, it's pretty tight for me. Like it's just Watson's nudging him just a little bit, just because of the arm talent.
I want to say this. Sorry. I didn't mean to put you off. No. Lamar Jackson, 4 years. I want to make sure Lamar Jackson, 4 years, throwing the ball, 84 touchdowns. Deshaun Watson, 4 years, 104 touchdowns. So,
okay, so one sec. Take away how many rushing touchdowns does Lamar have? Because you still
find
have
that real fast.
Factor that in.
I know. I gotta find rushing touchdowns 21. So is that dead on the exact same 84, 21? But then Deshaun Watson has more than 84, 21. My mathematics, 105 rushing. Sorry, y'all. Keep talking. Don't make me feel stupid.
Yeah. No,
17 rushing touchdowns for Deshaun Watson with 104 interceptions. Deshaun Watson, who played on the Texans.
No. We're not giving asterisks.
Stop. 36 interceptions to 31 to Lamar.
Okay, exactly. That's what
So I'm gonna say right now, Deshaun Watson technically has had more production than Lamar Jackson.
And Deshaun Watson also, for those 4 years that you're talking about, had DeAndre Hopkins in his prime. His prime.
Mark Andrews is literally a top 3 tight end.
You're gonna go with Mark Andrews as your
Mark Andrews has
on this?
Yes, Mark Andrews. You can't say okay. Anyways, let's get out of this. I'm not worried about this.
We're gonna keep fighting about this if we stay here.
Yeah, it's so close. That's right. You can debate it all night long.
Unfortunately, this is the only time I'll defend this man. I would take Deshaun Watson without the cases over Lamar Jackson to start for my NFL team. That's all I got to say.
I will take Lamar all day, every day, with or without the cases. Don't care.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
All right. So what we usually do, we're going to go straight into NFC East now. How we usually do it is I get David to start with his 4th place team and go up from there. So Trey, since you today are our guest, I will let you start. So in the NFC East, in 4th place, who do you have?
I have the Washington Commies.
The Commanders.
Sorry.
You call them Commies. It doesn't matter to me.
Oh God.
Yeah, Washington. Do you want me to claim my pick or just give it all?
Go for it. No, go for your pick. Go for your pick. We break down the team and then we say where we're at. So for the Washington Commanders in 4th place, what is your reasoning?
Man, I hate to say it. Wentz, man.
Yeah.
Wentz. You got Wentz. The organization again is not super secure. The whole Snyder stuff's going on. There'll be a lot of headlines about that going into the season, so that'll be a distraction. They have a solid O-line, solid D-line as well, but I just don't think they don't have like the offensive weapons. They got Terry McLaurin, who's pretty gnarly, but you can double him. And Antonio Gibson, he's all right. He's pretty good. I had him in fantasy last year. He kind of hurt me, so I mean, I'm a little salty. We'll see what he can do. Defense, like I know 2 years ago when Chase Young was a rookie, like they were like lights out, right? They were getting sacks, like that's why they won that division. But if you look at the quarterbacks they played, they're all crap quarterbacks, all bottom 10 quarterbacks. So that carried the defense. And last year was a bit more of like a wake up call, or you could say exposed if you want to go that far, right? So I would just put him at the bottom there, just mainly again quarterback like Wentz, like you just can't trust the guy. Too many turnovers, could probably get hurt. And just not a great guy in the locker room, right? He's not a great leader. Like, I don't think he's even vaccinated, right? So, I mean,
that's fair. He's not going to last anywhere. This is his last chance, right?
Yeah. If there's any COVID stuff, like, any pops up, like, they're screwed. My third place team.
Hold on. So we'll wait. Don't wait for that. So we're all gonna break down our why where we're at. Yeah, where we're at with
so now
Commanders.
We're basically all gonna go with the Commanders.
Yeah,
we'll talk about the Commanders since you picked them third or fourth.
Yeah.
We'll go with the Commanders as our.
So who do you have? Where do you have Commanders, Mr. David?
So for me, I actually have them third. Because the last place team, there's so much up in the air for those guys. We won't talk about that yet, but
we will talk about those men, those big G.
Yeah. Shut up. I got the Commanders in third place. I do think their defense will have a bounce back year. I think they had the guys. They have got some low key, very talented guys. I think their safety is probably one of the best in the league. More low key guy that nobody really talks about. I think it's Cam Curl.
Yep, Cameron Curl.
Yeah. So I think he's a really good safety. I think they have a really good D line. They've got Terry McLaurin. I think they drafted a new receiver. A new receiver.
Yep, Dotson from Penn State.
Yeah, so they have Dotson, and then Antonio Gibson. Although he did have a pretty off year last year, I think with the O-line being better this year, I think Antonio Gibson is poised to have a really good season. If Carson Wentz cannot check out of plays halfway through or check out of run plays, like obvious run plays, I think they'll have a decent season. I think they have everything in place to have a pretty good season. Ron Rivera is a very good coach. I think that's their biggest strength right now is that Ron Rivera is a very, very good coach. And for the whole Carson Wentz deal, I think because Ron Rivera has dealt with Cam Newton, I don't see Carson Wentz being an issue in the locker room. I think Ron Rivera can get that under control and have a pretty solid core, and I think they have a good chance this year. I don't think this year it's going to be the NFC East. I think it's going to be a pretty competitive
division
mixed in that division. Unfortunately, I don't see the Commanders doing better than third because of the other two teams that I have ahead of them. But yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that part because I agree. Like I absolutely put Ron Rivera as one of the best coaches in the league, right? With what he can do with the team, with the people that he deal with, he is a great coach. The fourth place team, I don't think their coach is necessarily going to improve the team. Ron Rivera came to this Commanders team and immediately improved this failing franchise in every aspect in every way, by the way. But the thing is that we talk about if we're going to rate backup quarterbacks, Taylor Heineke would be one of the top rated backup quarterbacks. So if Carson Wentz steps out of line for a minute, Ron Rivera okay, go sit on the bench, Taylor go out there, and that team rallies behind Heineke. They rally behind him. So the Commanders, I feel like they have some scary weapons that people don't really realize. Even their I was going to even say their tight ends, but their tight ends aren't terrible either. But their wide receiver core is probably one of the fastest wide receiver cores in the league, just speed wise. And Antonio Gibson is a great running back. I see them having a bounce back year. I have them going third as well because honestly, screw David. But at the same time, I truly think they're going to come in third, with or without whatever team's coming in fourth. But that's just my quick take on them. I think the Commanders can have a decent year, like a 7-9, 7-10, kind of like what they had last year. Last year they finished, if I make sure I get this right, they finished 7-10 last year, 7-10 this year. Same idea.
Yeah, I think just to end the Commanders talk, but I think Carson Wentz is he's not a needle mover.
No,
that's basically what it is. I think
no, but that defense,
one extra win.
Yeah. Well, you talked about would we want the best defense in the league with the 16th best offense? I will take a top 5 defense with a top 25 quarterback.
Yeah.
So, but going from that, Treyvon, for your third place team in the NFC East, who do we have?
All right. Okay. So this is going to be my my hot take of the podcast. Might ruffle some feathers down south. But I got the Cowboys, man, coming in third.
Wow.
The Cowboys coming in third. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I know it's crazy. Hey, hear me out. I got some questions here for y'all. Okay. No Amari Cooper this year, right?
Yeah.
Can CD be the number one with Michael Gallup? And I don't know who the third guy is there, right?
I think
number
it's
10,
Wilson.
number Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson, yeah.
Right? Yeah, number 11, yeah. Can CD be the number one? He's not super consistent. Pretty slim guy as well. Can even hold up for the whole season being the number one. The offensive line, not what it was when Zeke was a rookie coming straight out of Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Tyron Smith, can he stay healthy this year? He's been hurt. He's been getting banged up. And every time he gets banged up, I think the Cowboys lose. I wish I looked this up earlier, but like, what's the Cowboys' record when Tyron Smith doesn't play?
They can't run when he's banged up. There's no running game when he's banged up, and so I agree. Like you got me changing my picks.
Real fast. I don't know if this changes your mind. Cedric Wilson is no longer with the Cowboys.
Okay.
Oh, so even
more questions.
Yeah.
No, but wait. James Washington is their number 3. And James Washington from he played for Pittsburgh, is a sneaky good number 3.
Yeah, he gets those PPR
that changes points. Absolutely nothing for me, honestly. What? You just went from who to who?
Damn.
That receiver.
Yeah, like the story, man. You got 2 teamers on as your number 3.
Courteous, doing the pod, you know.
No, I think you're right. I think you're on the money, Trey. Like the more I think about it, I didn't even think about.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, keep going.
David's like, yeah.
You're talking me into putting the Giants higher.
So, hey, Treyvon Diggs, man.
Liability.
He's gonna get exposed this year. If he's not getting picks, he's getting burnt deep.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
He is a great defensive punt returner. That's what he is to me. If there's a lame duck thrown, he will catch it and run it back, but he will not be a shutdown cornerback.
Yeah, I think he should have stayed at receiver. I think that's what he should have done.
I think he's doing all right.
Yeah,
I think he's doing all right.
I love it when
I'm okay with it because he's in our division. So
yeah. Okay, I got 2 more things, 2 more points here, guys. They're first place schedule, right? They won division last year, so they're gonna be playing tougher opponents, all primetime games because of the Cowboys, right? And then last but not least, this is my favorite point here, man. Are they finally gonna play Tony Pollard? Are you gonna get this guy the ball?
I was gonna ask that. Yeah.
They gave Zeke too much money.
No,
they gave you too much money. They need to get a return on investment.
Did you hear now?
Man, who's the better player? Is it the family?
Oh, it's Pollard.
No, but here's the thing. They're gonna play Tony Pollard as a slot back. He's taking reps at slot back, wide receiver. Straight up, he's been in the slot receiver position.
That's
that's interesting. That's interesting to me. They're going for a Devo type look, I think.
And
I
Pollard
think
is
you think Mike McCarthy is Shanahan? Is that or not Mike McCarthy?
Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore. Come on now, give some credit.
Coach. Oh, Kellen Moore. Oh, okay.
Offensive coordinator. Okay. Kellen Moore's got some mental to him. Give him some credit.
I don't know if he's got the same mental as Shanahan.
All right, so we're gonna do this like we always do. For your Cowboys. Before we get to David and I, actually, we'll do it at the end of our picks because I was going to go through how we like to go through their schedules. We'll go through our schedules for the wins and losses and discuss them. You got any other questions for us for the third pick of the Cowboys?
Do I have any more points?
Yeah.
No, that was the last one, man. Like you gotta play Pollard. He's the better guy.
I agree.
And your offense is a run, play action kind of thing, right? So, like, be professional. That's all I gotta say.
I agree with that.
You're really knocking this list out of the park in my mind.
NFC East, man. I love this.
I like
it.
One
more thing, man. Like, there's never been a repeat division winner since like 03-04 when the Eagles won the division back to back.
You're throwing stats at me. You're throwing logic at me.
4 years in a row. Back then, they had that shit on clamp back then.
Now that being said, Dak Prescott did break his leg in like 5 different spots 2 years ago. So
that's part of it.
That's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing.
Happens right in the NFC East. That's part of it, man. Like some random ass shit happens every year.
Yeah, like Daniel Jones actually might be good one year. Who knows?
We'll get to that later.
If I was, just relax, man. Chill out. Brian Daboll is about to work his magic.
Anyways,
okay?
Dallas Cowboys, sweetheart. We're calling now. Who do you have?
Are we going?
No. Where do you have Dallas Cowboys? Yeah. Where do you have them in your division?
I'm not even going to touch on any points now. I'm just going to put them last place because Trey convinced me that they're going to be absolute trash. Dallas Cowboys suck. They're the worst. Cowboys last place.
My pick for the Cowboys is second place in this division.
That's crazy. After hearing all that argument, one of the most well stated argument I've ever heard in my life.
Shut up,
Treyvon.
It's my turn.
Should be running for president,
sir.
We got Skip over there, man.
Don't even. That is the second time on this. Don't even. There are 2 people you do never compare me to: Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, because they don't know shit about sports, and that is a fact.
This is fair.
So Cowboys to me are second place because, one, that's not winning the division again, straight up. So your point is still valid. They aren't going to win the division again. I don't think they will. But I do put them over 2 different organizations because they're better at 90% of the positions. Quarterback, they're better at the Commanders and the Giants. They are. Wide receiver core, it's not great, but it's not terrible. And Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. He has a great deep ball, and he can move around. And they already said they're going to try to run him more with scheduled quarterback runs, which is huge if he's able to do that again. Defense is still good in the front 7. Obviously, their defensive backs are trash, but they did have the number 1 passing offense in the league last year. So Dak Prescott is going to push that envelope a lot. My thing is with Kellen Moore is he is actually a smart offensive coordinator. That's my thing is right now in this league, you got to have a smart offensive coordinator. You really do. And I just, for the 2 teams that are going to be below them, it's not there yet. The Cowboys have the pressure of them. If Jerry Jones just shut up and sat at the back of the room, he would get the Super Bowl that he wants, but he won't do that, and that is their downfall. I will get to that later. But regardless, I think that this team's going to be number 2 because all in all, they have a really great team. They do. And home games in Dallas, no matter who you are, is difficult because that stadium, it doesn't matter if you're down by 40, is rocking. So that is why you can say they're all their flaws, but if I look at this division, I can dissect any of those teams, especially the Commanders, especially the Giants. Eagles are looking good, but I can still dissect them. And I just put Mike McCarthy has a Super Bowl. Name another one in the division. But I'm just saying, okay, regardless though, he was the head coach there. He still got it. So y'all gonna crap on people for them chips. Y'all gonna stop it. Y'all gonna crap on people's chips. The 15th best player on the NBA championship team got a chip. So he was a part of that team and he did something. And coaching in Green Bay is not like coaching anywhere else. You don't have an owner. You don't have someone in your ear every day. That is completely different. The Edmonton Elks, same idea. They don't have an owner. It is hard to not listen to one person that's pushing a specific thing to do, right? I think the Cowboys come in second. I'm not going to say they're incredible. I'm not going to say they're going to blow out teams like they did last year. A lot of their stats are padded, but they're still a great team, and we can't count this team out. Second place.
Okay. You got that screenshotted?
Oh, don't worry. We got receipts. Don't worry. We'll have the receipts for the end of the year.
Yeah,
that's why we do this.
Yeah,
that's why we do this.
Hey, TikTok, you will see my standings, and we'll see Trey's standings, and we will see David's standings.
The internet never forgets. Let's just remember that.
God, don't
the internet never forgets.
God, all right. So going for second place now. Who is the second place team in the NFC East?
For me, it's gonna be New York Giants.
Crack.
The Giants. They're not mad. Yeah. Go ahead.
Bye. See you later. Later, loser.
Right, I have,
As if this team's gonna come out and actually come in second. All right. Anyways,
look up. It's gonna be. I'm thinking more NFC East vibes this year again. But for me, I didn't even think about the Giants a lot this year. This past week until I listened to a PF Pro Fantasy Football podcast, and I forgot Brian Daboll was their head coach. Is their head coach now, right? And what did Brian Daboll turn the Buffalo Bills offense down? He had Josh Allen.
Don't give some respect to Josh Allen right now.
Oh, but I know, but this is my boy Wonder.
No. 1 sec, Treyvon, relax. Since he got drafted, Treyvon has been on the Josh Allen train. There's no one.
That's fair. I agree. You know me. I love Josh Allen. I absolutely love Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. You don't love Josh Allen the way
Treyvon does. I'm sorry, you don't. There's no way. I promise you, if Treyvon could have switched Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts when they first started, he would have done it. No problem. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was on that since day one. So I'm gonna let Treyvon talk on this one.
Let's just go back in time. Remember his rookie year, second year, he was erratic. He was a great athlete, but the throwing was erratic. Quarterback, like you couldn't trust him really, right? Brian Daboll comes along, starts utilizing him as a runner a bit more, and then Josh also figured out with the accuracy and stuff like that, right? But Daniel Jones, man, sneaky athlete. He has a couple like 80-yard runs out there. I can see Daboll using him as a runner, using an extra blocker, do some QB sweeps and stuff like that. I also like their picks, Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal this year.
Great picks.
Solidifying,
winning that draft.
Great picks, right? Kayvon was like number 1 recruit out of high school. Evan Neal went to IMG Academy. Like these guys are solid, beefy guys who were, in my opinion, the games are won on the line of scrimmage, right? I'm pretty sure the Giants took a left tackle in the first round last year too, for a lineman. Dave, you can tell me a bit more about that, right? But I also think, and this is also just another part of it, like NFC East is crazy every year. That's kind of where I'm leaning into why Giants are second. Just not trying to go chalk. There's just a little bit of craziness every year, right, guys? So that's where it's a bit more. That's my hot take, right? Cowboys down low, Giants up top. Might be some craziness, and who knows? Daniel Jones contract year, man. We've seen a lot of guys perform ball out in their contract year, trying to get that extension. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to ball out or it'll crumble with the pressure. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I have the Giants same place as you.
Oh my God!
You changed my mind, Treyvon. You literally came on. I had the Giants last. I was feeling bad about myself. I was like, we're gonna suck ass. This is gonna be the worst year ever. Everyone's gonna leave. We're done. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Treyvon came in, started making points after points after points. And now I'm on the Giants. I'm back on it. And just to think about this for a second, they've got Brian Daboll, and now you can utilize Saquon properly because now they actually have an O-line. They have a decent O-line.
Yeah, don't say they have an O-line yet. Don't forget, this is the worst O-line last year. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So exactly. So you can only go up from here. So I'm saying that they will. They have a decent O-line now. They can utilize the run. Daniel Jones will probably get more design runs than he ever has. I think last year was just so tough because they had no idea what their identity was. I think they'll have more of an idea of what their identity is on offense. And I think their defense was actually really good last year. In the first half of the year, they were pretty good. And I don't know if you know this, but in the NFL, once you realize that your offense is not that great, the defense is kind of like, I'm not putting my body out on the line for an offense that isn't going to put up points. Like there's no reason to do that. And I think their defense will be better this year. So there is an argument to be made for the Giants as second. I know it's crazy. I know I'm being a teamer. I don't give a shit. The Giants are going number 2. That's it for me. I'm with you, Trey.
One more
with
point.
you.
One more point for us, Dave. Giants have the easiest schedule this year.
They also have the easiest schedule.
That's a huge factor. Huge factor.
True. This is true.
Are y'all done on your bullshit? Are y'all done on your bullshit?
Hey, it's true.
All right. So real quick, who the hell is Daniel Jones throwing the ball to? No, that's a legit question.
And Evan Ingram?
Saquon.
Evan Ingram is on the Jacksonville Jaguars, just so you know.
Yeah, we know. We know where he is. Saquon. He's throwing the ball straight to Saquon.
Who's running the ball?
Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones.
Who's receiving the kick?
Hey, they still have what's his face? What's his nuts? He
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, Kadarius Toney. Yeah, they still have Kadarius Toney.
Oh yeah, Darius Slayton, Sterling. Sorry, I'll let you guys know who he's passing the ball to.
Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard. Come on now, those are decent receivers.
You can stay healthy.
Oh yeah. Daniel Jones is going to come out and
John Ross and just fastest receiver to round a 4.2 in the combine. Come on.
John Ross isn't on the team anymore.
Well, that's crazy to me. That's news to me. I am flabbergasted.
John Ross.
I'm just letting you know. You think that the 31st best offense and the 23rd best defense in the league is going to turn themselves around to the second best. Do you know who their offensive coordinator is? Real fast.
Okay, no, one sec.
Cowboys guy, Jason.
Yeah. Garrett. Oh wow, he did so good for the Cowboys. I hope you guys really enjoy doing quarterback sneaks all game and running the zone to the left.
Relax. You're getting too silly. You're getting too silly.
He's making solid points.
He's making solid points. I just need to make 1 point for
this was a little weird,
real quick. What was your team's record last year? Where were they ranked?
I had them coming third in division. I still have normal expectations. And the other team that they're passing was also one of the worst teams in the league last year, and it's still dysfunctional. You are saying the New York Giants are going to be better than the Cowboys and the Commanders.
Do you not think Brian Daboll gives them even a slight bump?
No. If you want to talk about real fast, actually, like legitimately. If y'all want to talk about this same idea where you say Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl for Mike McCarthy, Josh Allen is that freaking offense for Buffalo. Like, it's not even funny. Like, that man made Gabe Davis look like a freaking Hall of Famer. I'm not trying to knock Gabe Davis at all. But come on, seriously. Josh Allen made passes that no one else could make. Daniel Jones cannot make those passes. And Jason Garrett, at the end of the day, is the offensive coordinator. So when you say, does Daboll make them better? No, because Josh Allen made Daboll better. And I wish Brian Flores was the head coach of the New York Giants, to be honest with you. I wish he got the job. Because you know what he did? He made Miami a hell of a lot better every single year. But Daboll did not make Josh Allen great. Josh Allen was raw, 100% raw. And when he came in, he needed a lot of work. But all that talent was there. Yes, he honed him in, but Daboll stopped giving him everything he needed from the Bills. He will do well. He might do good. He will not be incredibly. He will not be great. I'm just saying that right now. If y'all going to say Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl because of Aaron Rodgers, that same argument has to be applied where Josh Allen was the MVP of the divisional round and got screwed over because the defense couldn't stop them one time.
Sure, man. Sure.
See, I'm right. I'm exactly.
I have no argument for
the depths, man. I don't know.
Hey, we'll see. This is why we do this.
You think Aaron Rodgers should have won more than one Super Bowl?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. No, this is my argument. Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. No ifs and buts about it. No ifs or buts about it. If he was on the Patriots don't win as many Super Bowls as they did with Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady is a team player. Tom Brady's just better around the organization. He listened to his team. Aaron Rodgers doesn't do that. It's just simple as that. Aaron Rodgers has incredible talent. He just is one of those players where doesn't matter how good you are. If Charles Barkley, doesn't matter how good you are. As long as you have the team around you and listen to your team, you're not going to win anything. Right? Okay. Yeah. All right. So, yes, I have the damn New York Giants coming in 4th place in this division. Absolutely.
Sure.
And that's also despite him because he said the Jaguars are going to come in 4th. So, same thing. Giants coming in 4th into the division.
Hey, when did we play each other again?
December 2nd. You coming down? We going to the game?
Yeah. We'll be at the game.
I will actually be at that game. I live 2 hours away from Jacksonville. I will be at that game.
Yeah, so. We'll be at that game. and when we win, you will be wearing our colors. The next.
If you're buying it, I ain't buying it.
I'm not buying you a jersey. I'll buy you a shirt, a blue shirt or something. What do you mean? You got blue shirts in your closet, bro.
American dollar is different, bro.
Yeah, American dollar is hitting a little different, bro. I'm not buying you nothing.
So I will say, this isn't surprising from the homer, but it is surprising for both of us. Treyvon, 1st place in the NFC East. Who you got?
Yeah, man, it has me nervous saying this, man, but I gotta go Eagles. I think they're just gonna build off of last year. I really like their first 3-round picks. Jordan Davis, but Fletcher Cox, dude. Like, you're learning from one of the best D tackles in the past 10 years, I'd say. Obviously, Donald's better than him, but he's like up there. He's definitely top 5, right?
Yeah, of course.
The center, I forget something Unger. I forget his first name, but the center
Max
as well.
Unger?
Yeah, learning from Jason Kelsey, another guy who's been one of the best centers, probably the top center in the past 10 years. One of the most athletic for sure. And then Nakobe Dean, that linebacker from Georgia. I'm excited for this guy. He fell down. He had some off the field stuff, but he's a freak athlete. He was on that Georgia Bulldog defense. I think those guys, Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean can come in and contribute right away. And AJ Brown on top of the offense, give us a bit more, as I said earlier, diversification in the receiving core. And I think Jalen Hurts has been getting better every year. Every year, you can't argue that. So I mean, why would he take a step back this year? And also, they have the second easiest schedule in the league this year. So I'm leaning on that. Sirianni, another year under his belt, gets more credibility of the team, building that culture a bit more. And we're playing the NFC South. So I mean, what can I say? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling 5 Eagles 5, baby. We're going
as an Eagles fan, you make pretty solid points for your team. Like I can't argue any of those points. I also have them as first. I think for the exact same reasons. I think they did really well in the draft. I think Jalen Hurts. I'm not a Jalen Hurts hater. I think he is a great player. I think he's a great leader. And
I'm lukewarm on the guy, just to be clear, but he gets better every year.
You can be lukewarm on him. I think he's going to be a great player. I think he was hampered by the fact
you also think the Giants are going to be second in the division.
Yeah. You be quiet. Let me talk, okay? I also think that let's just put it how it is. He's going to have a way better receiving core than he has ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be the deciding factor for me. Because if Ryan Tannehill can do what he did with, granted, he also has Derrick Henry and he also has
Julio,
their coach.
Vrabel, Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel as a coach. Granted, those two things are also in his favor. But if AJ Brown carried that receiving core and it wasn't even close. So I think if AJ Brown can do what he did in Tennessee, in Philly, the Philadelphia Eagles win at least 11 games. That's their floor for me personally.
All right. I like it. I agree with you guys. My one thing is I really want for them, and I'm not saying he's bad, but Miles Sanders and Boston Scott, you need run game. And if you can't run the ball this year in that division, you're going to have trouble. because everyone, again, you got to think about everyone's coming to the same thing. If you're playing 6 games a year against this division that all know you, you got to make sure you can actually sit up and be big and play against these guys. That being said, I think Jalen Hurts has a normal year. A normal year in the NFL now is almost 4,000 yards. That is like normal. Like, that's not crazy to see anymore. I can totally see him having that with his receiving core. Like, Jalen Reagor is going to go off. I'm telling you, he's going to be the greatest receiver for this team.
Is he even there still?
Yeah, he is. It's going to be his last year if he doesn't do anything right.
Jesus.
But Devontae,
get it out of there.
Contract year.
Okay, I will say this. Okay,
Yeah.
Devontae Smith will be great. AJ Brown will be great. They're going to be well. Dallas Goedert is going to be doing really well. This team, I'm not worried about their offense. I just need their defense to be able to stop these other teams in this division. And I'm not saying their defense is bad. It's not. It's just like you got to be able to stop them, because I don't see necessarily them going out scoring 35 points to 30 points a game. But if you can, their wins are going to be ugly wins, but they will win a lot. It's going to be like 27-17, which might look like a big gap on paper, but I see them kind of get an opportunity at the end of the game to close it out. So I agree with you. The Eagles win this division. Not surprised at all.
Real quick. In this division, who do you think has the best run offense?
Run offense?
Mm-hmm.
If it's healthy, it's easy. The Giants. If it's healthy. Saquon Barkley, if he is healthy, can be a top 5 running back.
I didn't think you'd say that.
Like, absolutely.
Yes.
So here's my deal, and you touched on it just now, is that to be in this division, you have to be able to run the ball. I'm banking on I'm praying to the heavens that Saquon Barkley is healthy this year, and that's kind of where I'm coming from. Is that if you can keep your defense off the field, you're winning games, and the way you keep your defense off the field is getting small chunks, big chunks,
the chains,
and moving the chains. Exactly.
Possession.
So again, if things break well for the Giants, I don't see them. I could see them getting second place. I know we're going right back to where I was.
I'll say this for you. I agree with you for the run game. Saquon Barkley will always, like, my team is always in his highlights forever with the 85-yard run first play of the game when we played him in the second year. I will always remember that scarred that and the King Henry run of 99 yards, which pisses me off because Derrick Henry is literally from down the road. I went to the same school as him. It hurts me every day. Anyways, the Eagles, they got to have a run game, and they have 2 smaller backs. And to me, that if they can't get a run game, like, Jalen Hurts has that thing where he will run the ball, which is great, and he does keep his eyes down the field. And if he gets hurt, I'm not even worried about it, because Gardner Minshew is going to come in, and the stash will start throwing again and ball out. But
talk about D-tier backup quarterbacks.
Yeah,
D-tier.
But
you say D tier or D tier?
Yeah,
D tier. Nah. Wow. You don't give that man enough
you
respect.
Think Gardner Minshew is he's S tier?
That's slander.
No. I'll give. Yeah. Like, okay, Davis Webb, sit down for a minute.
Whoa! Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I can't talk. Our Mike Glennon was our backup last year, so I can't say anything.
Yeah. So if that makes you feel better, Mike Glennon beat out Gardner Minshew for the quarterback job at Jacksonville.
All right, were they tanking?
It's an interesting question.
That's fair. No,
right,
you're right. So actually, real quick. Who has the best receiving core other than, like, who's going to compete with the Eagles for a good receiving core in this division?
I think the Commanders, honestly. Yeah.
I also think it's closer than people realize.
I also think it's closer than
Giants, I feel like, have the worst. Cowboys are in the third, and then Commanders, and then Eagles. But regardless, going through it, we'll start with Treyvon. Treyvon, what is your NFC East division? Start from worst to best. So starting in 4th place. Yeah. What is your NFC East division?
I got Commanders coming out the bottom. My hot take, Cowboys. Sorry, boys, down south, but the Cowboys coming in 3rd. New York the Giants coming in second, and then my Eagles fly, coming in first, taking the crown.
I can respect it when you say it like that, but not when you break it down. All right, David, Mr. Homer, the Homer. What is your NFC East division?
My NFC East division, I got the Cowboys coming in fourth. I got Washington coming third, Giants coming second, and Philly coming first.
What can go wrong? Go wrong, I guess.
yeah, exactly.
All right, I wasn't gonna go that far.
Are we gonna bet on this?
Yeah.
Are we gonna put money on this? Are we going to Vegas with this? I am not going to Vegas. So
I'm going to Vegas with it. I'll go to Vegas with it right now.
All right, so my NFC East division. Say this with a straight face. My NFC East division is the Giants coming in fourth, the Washington Commanders coming in third, the Dallas Cowboys coming in second, and in first place, Fly Eagles Fly. I'm going to go with the Eagles coming the first in the division. Fly Eagles Fly. Oh my God, that was hard.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
You're good. Relax.
All right. So, I want this is kind of on brand. The AJ Brown trade. Okay. This is what the trade ended up being for the Titans on one side and what ended up happening with their picks. So AJ Brown was traded for three picks to the Tennessee Titans, from the Tennessee Titans to the Eagles. AJ Brown was what the Titans got. From that, the Tennessee Titans got Treylon Burks, Roger McCreary, a defensive back in the second round, Nicholas Petit-Frere, a offensive tackle from the third round, and Kyle Phillips, a wide receiver in the fifth round. With that being said, who do you think really won that trade? AJ Brown over 4 possible starters, one of them being your number 1 wide receiver this year. And you didn't have to pay him.
I think the Titans win. Unfortunately,
when you say it like that, yeah. I mean, if that's a lot of, if all 4 guys become starters, that's asking a lot. If you ask, in my humble opinion, I know like when you guys get drafted, everyone has good things to say, great things to say about all these players. When you look back, like even just 3 years later, you're like, oh, that guy was a 16th overall pick. Who's that guy? Like you know what I'm saying? Like not everybody sticks, right? And NFL, not for very long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Eagles won it, man. I don't care. Treylon Burks, like Trey. I get it, man.
I mean, if the Titans
4 guys being starters, like that's a lot.
Now let me throw the hitch in it. Part of that was a trade with the Jets. The Jets traded up to the 26th pick and drafted Jermaine Johnson, defensive lineman from Florida State. So Jermaine Johnson and AJ Brown could have been on the Titans next year. Instead, they got Treylon Burks and the 3 other picks. Who would you take then?
I still stick with the Titans.
Really?
Yeah. I think Vrabel finds a way to make that trade work out for them more than the other 2 teams will.
Trey?
That's true. Vrabel's a good coach. That is very true.
Fly Eagles.
That's like the four guys starting I think is just asking a lot. So I have to go.
Yeah.
I have to just lean Eagles a little bit, man. Like,
that's fair. Okay.
I think if you knock it out of the damn park, dude.
I think if even 2 of those guys stick and are like key guys on the team for the Titans, it's still a win for the Titans.
Yeah, I think it would be because you're paying a receiver, right? That's a non-premier position in the NFL.
$27 million for a receiver that's a lot.
Not a small.
He has hammy issues too, right? Like he had some issues last year.
Yeah. So, hey, he'll be great. $27 million is a lot, but I mean, someone got $230 million guaranteed for 26 cases.
When you have a quarterback on Yeah. Sorry, say that again, Chandler.
I was just gonna say, like, we gave a quarterback $26 million, or $230 million, when he has 26 legal action cases against him. So I can't really say much.
Yeah. But just to say the 27 mil for AJ Brown, you do have a quarterback on a rookie deal, so that is the time to spend, right?
Yeah.
So that's where you guys see it from the Eagles. So, like,
You know
it's the time to spend and go all in.
That's a good question. Right now, what do you pay Jalen Hurts as a starting quarterback in the NFL?
Well, definitely not Lamar Jackson.
No, but Jalen Hurts next year, because next year he'll be eligible and he'll actually get his contract.
Yeah.
If Jalen Hurts has the same kind of season, maybe let's project he has a better season than he has. What do you pay Jalen Hurts guaranteed per year? Well, let's just say Jalen Hurts. How much are you paying Jalen Hurts every year if he has a good year this year?
37.
I'd have to look at some contracts to get some.
I think I'd give him 37 mil.
Yeah, just
quarterback.
I'm trying to think of like a mid-tier QB who's making money. Like what's it still on that fat contract, right?
Yeah. So right now,
to like a mediocre contract.
Like, Carson Wentz is 32 mil. Jared Goff still has his crazy contract of 33. Kirk is 35. Russell is 35. Dak is 40. Matt is 40. Stafford. Derek Carr is 40.474, 160 to make his numbers good. Josh Allen is 43. Hey, we love Derek Carr here. I will say that.
No, I'm a Derek Carr guy, but 43? You said
40. Josh Allen's 43. So what are you gonna pay? Would you pay
30 mil?
Like that's 30 mil is Matt Ryan.
30 mil.
Yeah, I'd go a little bit more than 30 mil, man.
You have to now, unfortunately.
He's well, think about it this way. The cap goes up next year. So he's still a very young guy. Like, he's a young quarterback still. He's still developing. You can give him like 30, let's say 35 mil, 35, 37. I think that's a modest amount to give him.
That being said,
the cap goes up.
Didn't Russell Wilson sign a new contract when he got traded to the Broncos?
I don't think so.
He didn't? Okay. PC's getting 35 mil from the Broncos.
Yeah. You know, even if he does slightly better this year and they win the division, they'll probably just take him and make him prove it again.
Yeah. I'm not paying him more than 32, even if he has a great year this year.
Yeah. Like I was saying like 20 before we went to the contracts, I was thinking like 25, but that's obviously not going to happen.
Tom Brady makes $25 million a year.
Yeah.
I think 25 is a very low end contract for a quarterback right now.
If we could, that'd be awesome. But he's like from his shoes, right? Like he's going to negotiate and stuff. So if we could get him for 30, 32, but I wouldn't want like a 5-year crazy long deal.
No. If he even has a good year this year, he still has 1 year after his contract. I think it's going to be a franchise tag. No matter what he does, my man's going to make bank compared to what he is right now. He's at 1.5 a year right now. So no matter what he does, he's hitting the casino after. But I agree with that. Any other takes you got at all for this NFC East division?
Daniel Jones MVP this year. Book it. Book it right now.
No. We're losing credibility now.
Yeah,
let's not go too far. All right, I know you're big on this whole like.
Hey, one sec. You guys think Saquon? You think Saquon could get there?
14 games.
14 games is what you're giving him?
14 games is. I honestly, his over/under is probably 11. I give him 14 games to actually be playing.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I gotta see it to believe it, kind of thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
But you guys want to know like the odds for the division?
We'll take it. I like it.
Yeah. Cowboys are plus 110.
Okay.
As of right now, this is after the draft here. Eagles plus 170. Washington plus 500, and then New York plus 800. To win the division.
I would put my money on the Eagles. That's actually not a bad. Like it's
that's a pretty decent.
It's not terrible. Like it's not great, but it's like it's free money. That's a free money bet to me.
You all think their Eagles are gonna win, right?
Yeah,
that's the Cowboys get a lot of hype, right?
Yeah. America's team. This is what I want to talk about actually, real fast before I get to the last question I have, and then we'll break the huddle. If I could have one division in the NFL, one division to be completely wiped out, like destroyed, gone, it would 100% be this division. I don't care. Screw the NFC
You're
East.
crazy.
Screw the NFC East. And do you want to know why? We have the Washington Commanders, which is by far probably the worst franchise in this league, between trying to take money from the government to create a new stadium, to sexually harassing all their all their people that work for them, to Dan Snyder being a terrible person, to having to change your name. Terrible. Get rid of the Commanders altogether. Get rid of the Cowboys because Jerry Jones just needs to shut the hell up and sit in the back of the room and let his team run his organization. I'm sorry, you're not America's team anymore. You haven't been America's team since the 1990s. All right, so shut up. Like, stop it.
Wait. Before you continue on your rant, I'll let you finish your rant. How many rings are in the NFC East? How many rings are in your division?
My division wasn't even a division since 2001, so stop that.
Yeah. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. How
I'm
many
talking
rings?
about. So you went real fast.
Okay,
real
no,
fast.
sorry. In the last, let's say from the 2000s till now,
we have 2000s now. I guess you have 2, 3 with your teams, right? 3.
We have
3. You have 3. Yeah. We have 1 because of the Colts. Okay, cool. I don't care because at the end of the day, we talk about how bad people are. I'm talking about how disgusting I think these teams are. The Cowboys are the worst fan base in American sports by far. Everywhere you go, there's a disgusting Cowboy fan.
Philly's not close. He's pretty close behind.
And,
I'm not gonna lie.
And honestly, to be honest with you, they're the only division. They're the only team there that I don't absolutely hate. But I agree with you. They still have a shitty freaking fan base. And then the the Giants, who leaked who they're gonna sign as their head coach and won't even actually interview people properly to Bill Belichick, is disgusting, and they deserve to be in that lawsuit. So if you put in the dysfunctional Giants, the dysfunctional Commanders, the dysfunctional Cowboys, and throw in the crappy fan base of the entire Philadelphia Eagles, get rid of them. I don't care. I'm sorry. You're an NFC East fan. You're an NFC East fan. I don't give a shit. Your teams are terrible ownership teams. All of them.
Really, Shad Khan. Really.
Okay.
No. So let's get
real fast. You're gonna right now, before you do that, we had the only minority owner in the entire league.
Okay.
We have someone that's and honestly, sure, shit on the football team, but what people don't see in the freaking news, where I live in Florida, and before you shit on this man, is that he's rebuilt the entire city of Jacksonville. So cool, say whatever you want. I know my franchise sucks. I'm not saying my franchise doesn't suck. My franchise is garbage. But what I will say is, I'll take your sloppy seconds of the Philadelphia Eagles and try to win a Super Bowl, but your organizations are run disgustingly. And all the fact because you've been around since the making of football does not mean that you can act like you're God, Jesus, born again, which every owner in that division does.
Right.
Between the Mara family, who is well respected, between the Snyder family, who can fuck right off, between the Jones family that can actually screw off, and I don't know who owns the Eagles, but still screw the Eagles fan base.
Whoa. I like the Eagles owner.
Okay, then that's it.
Yeah.
That's all, but that's my reasoning. I'm not saying the teams aren't great. I'm not saying that part. I'm saying the organizations are really bad run organizations.
I can't say shit. Our organization has been dysfunctional for the last like 5 years now, so I can't talk.
Okay. So would you rather, really fast, and then we'll get to Weddle and finish this up. Would you rather have the Raiders receiving core with Carson Wentz, or the Giants receiving core with Patrick Mahomes?
Giants, easily.
Giants receiving core of Patrick Mahomes.
Really?
Yeah, I think Mahomes can make it work, man.
You think Mahomes is going to make it work?
Yeah.
Who is a quarterback that you would put over that then to make that? Now, don't forget the Raiders. Who you have on the Raiders? Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow. You have Darren Waller. You have a solid receiving core. You have the Giants. Where you guys
Jared Goff on the Raiders.
I was gonna put Jared Goff, and I didn't think you would go for that. I think Carson Wentz is still a great quarterback. He's just a dick, and you just don't like Carson Wentz.
Yeah, whatever. Screw that guy.
That guy so much, man.
Okay, Jalen Hurts on the Raiders with the Raiders receiving core, or Patrick Mahomes on the Giants with the Giants receiving core. Which player do you
taking Patrick Mahomes?
Really?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
With the Giants
is a
receiving core?
talent.
Yes, but
Slayton, Shepard, they're good enough, I think.
They're good. They're not a bad receiving core.
If they stay healthy, they're like Shepard, man. Those PPR points are pretty gnarly, man. Yeah, it's tough. Now because Waller, the tight end mismatch, right?
Yeah,
like, it's a huge advantage to have. And Adams on the outside, like who are you gonna? You can't double team both of them.
No, that's what we talk about.
We talked about this. The Raiders have the best receiving core in the league, I think.
Yeah,
add in Waller. I'm adding in Waller as a receiver in this case because like he truly
he's part of it.
A great receiver. So I would say Raiders are like right up there with the top receiving cores right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. I truly do. I'm still
going Mahomes every day though.
Mahomes.
Put anyone else on that like short of putting Aaron Rodgers on the Raiders.
Josh Allen.
I'm Josh Allen, Lamar. Short of putting those guys on the Raiders, even Joe Burrow. Short of putting those guys on the Raiders, I would go with Mahomes each time.
Those 4 QBs on the Raiders against Mahomes with those receivers, no.
Yeah, no. Those are my only exceptions. Those are my
only exceptions.
Yeah,
yeah.
I see. Yeah, he's not crapping on these teams. Would no Russell Wilson on this team?
Hell no.
Russell Wilson.
Russ is past his prime.
Someone hated on us for that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Russ is past his prime, and I'm gonna say it loud and proud. I'm saying it with my chest. Russ is past his prime, bro.
Okay, so we asked this question to TikTok last week. I wanna know for Treyvon, for David.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon is David's number 6th running back in the NFL right now, without giving out any clues to that. Number 6th. Can you name 6 better receivers or running backs than Joe Mixon?
Well, Derrick Henry, I think he's the best.
Absolutely.
I don't care what anyone says. Jonathan Taylor, close. He's sick O-line, so it's tough. That gives him a boost, right? Saquon, when he's healthy, I still think he's better than Mixon, but I guess you have to factor that in too, right? I love my boy. I forgot on my fans team last year. I'm blanking. Joe Mixon, number 6. Who are your 5, Dave? What the hell?
No, he can't do that yet.
I'm not
revealing my doing that. So if I'm thinking of running backs in the NFL, I'll go through it quickly for me. Jonathan Taylor. You have King Henry, obviously. Josh Jacobs, I think, is better than what people realize. I don't think he's better now. He's not actually. Josh Jacobs and Joe Mixon is pretty damn even. Saquon, if he is healthy. Christian McCaffrey, if he's healthy. But if Christian McCaffrey stays on the same thing every year, I'm done on the Christian McCaffrey train.
Yeah,
and that's the thing about running backs is like, can they keep up with anything anymore? Rams, Cam Akers, if he's healthy, is incredible too. Trying to think. Nick Chubb, obviously. Nick Chubb. I'm a big advocate for Nick Chubb.
Chubb guy.
Chubb guy. Yeah, big chubby. Yeah, big Chubb. Mind out of the gutter, guys. This is a football podcast. My God.
This is a family-friendly show.
No, it is not. Absolutely not. There's no family-friendly football show out there at all. Ezekiel Elliott, absolutely not. He's Pollard is over Zeke. Leonard, playoff Lenny is just for the playoffs anymore. No, I think you're solid with the pick. I don't know if Joe Mixon would be number 6 for me if I really sat down.
I think
Dalvin Cook is up there.
You're sleeping on Austin Eckler.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's who I had in my fantasy team. Yeah, Dalvin Cook, man.
Yeah,
you're
Aaron Jones.
On Austin Eckler.
I am sleeping on Austin Eckler. I think he is a great. Okay, this is the only reason why I look at Austin Eckler, and if we're going to go with Melvin Gordon when he was there, I just look at Austin Eckler as a 3rd-round running back, and I can't get that out of my mind. because that's what he was for so long. He was just a third down back that would just catch footballs.
Fantasy running back.
Yeah, number one in fantasy. Yeah, I get that, but like people like. Can we get off this fantasy trip? Like, I'm sorry. Oh my God, they did so good in fantasy. Stop shitting on Derek Carr because he does well in fantasy and he is a MVP caliber quarterback, but y'all don't want to give him respect because he played on the Raiders. So
Hey, I think you're sleeping on Javonte Williams also, but that's just me.
I get that, but I got to see it for one more year. One more year.
I think he made the most. Yeah, he had the most broken tackles last year, right?
Yeah.
As a rookie.
I'm pretty
sure I saw that stat. I don't think that's concrete, but I'm pretty sure I saw that stat. He had the most.
No, I think you're right. No, you're right. I think because he's hampered by the fact that Melvin Gordon is also in that running game, but also it helps him out because he's a physical runner. Having someone else take a little bit of that the load in that offense is
taking the load.
And
you got someone taking the load.
Yeah, you guys are on Chubbs.
Kareem Hunt is taking the load from Chubb. That's all I get. What?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Pause. All right. But here's the thing. I think Javonte Williams will have a pretty good career and he'll eventually take over that offense because I don't think Melvin Gordon.
Absolutely. Melvin Gordon's getting old. He's old.
And then I think he's gonna be top 5 in the league within the next few years.
How do we feel about James Robinson?
I think James Robinson is actually a really good running back, and I think they disrespected him by drafting ETN, but it could work out really well.
Don't forget who drafted him.
Yeah, I know who drafted him.
That guy is no longer in the NFL, so
that guy that likes to stay behind when his team is in Jacksonville and he's staying behind to hang out.
Yeah,
at the trap house or whatever.
I'm sorry. No disrespect to Columbus, but I'll take that. 85 degrees Fahrenheit in Jacksonville? Is that what you guys expect? 100?
Yeah, we get 100 degrees in the summertime.
No.
But James Robinson, I think, is going to be fairly well this year. Travis Etienne is going to be more of like they're going to use him like Debo is being used. That was a plan for him, and then tears his ACL. But he will be very similar, or Achilles. I forgot which one he did, but I think Travis will be a great addition, and I think how you're saying for the same thing for Williams in Denver is that James Robinson will be helped by not having to run the ball 3 downs every single drive to get that first down, right? So the same with him. ETN will be back there kind of helping out. So I will say that. Any more we got to say on that? No. We want to play a quick game of Weddle and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah. Treyvon, do you know what game this is?
No, you guys go ahead and explain it for the audience.
Do you know what Wordle is?
Wordle, yeah, I've seen that.
It's basically Wordle, but with football players.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just kind of throw out names.
Wordle, but...
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead.
Chandler, you can explain.
Yeah. All right. So what happens is we're gonna. So it has their position, their team, their division, their position. Their position, their team, their height, their age, and all of that. And you got to try to guess who it is. To start off, it always does like offense, so you have to guess the offensive player. So for the NFC East, who is an offensive player you guys want to start with in the NFC East?
Let's go Jalen Reagor.
Really?
Yeah. I've shit on him enough. I'll give him let's see.
I'm sorry, this man has a terrible awful name to spell. If you get this first try. Okay, so he is a wide receiver. He's in the NFC. He's over 5'11". He's over 23, and his number's under 18. So he's in the NFC. He's over AJ Brown or AJ Green.
No.
Possibly. So he's still in the NFC East, and he's a receiver. He's in the NFC, and he's a receiver.
NFC.
Yeah, let's go.
AJ Green.
In the NFC.
Yeah. NFC, not NFC West, not NFC East. So
he's in the NFC South or the NFC North. He's about 6'2", probably. And
number Claypool.
Under number 18.
No, NFC.
NFC.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. I think I said AFC.
NFC South. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, yes. I was just going to say Mike Evans, number 13.
Plays in the NFC South, is a wide receiver, is younger than 28, is shorter than 6'5". We should have known that. We're stupid on that one. Under number 13. Callaway, is that the
Callaway?
Marquise Callaway. Let's see if that's right.
Oh yeah, Saints there.
Not Marquise.
Dang, yeah, not even close.
Dang. So he's 20 saves. Okay, so he's an NFC South receiver, and he's going to be on the Carolina Panthers or the Falcons.
Samuels. No.
Robbie Anderson?
Robbie Anderson's like 6'5". Who's the other? Why am I blanking? He's good.
Carolina Panthers or
Carolina Panthers.
Falcons.
Oh yes. He's like number 7. DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. Yes, sir.
Solid.
Yeah, there you go.
DJ Moore. There you go.
Hey.
No high five. Okay, no, he's not even paying attention. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna play the hard version of this. So this is the hard version.
That was the easy version.
Yeah.
Now there's defense.
So who are we starting with in the NFC East?
Let's go with the big man, Fletcher Cox, bro. Give him his due. Give him his respect. All right, so not a D tackle. Automatically, we're already done.
Not in the NFC, so he's in the AFC and he's on the defense. Miles Jack. Let's throw to a classic.
Yeah.
Classic Jaguars player.
Jaguars out there.
AFC North 6'1", 26 years old. He's not a linebacker. That was actually a really great guess. So AFC North, either a defensive back or a safety, 6'1", 26 years old, under number 51. So definitely a defensive back, definitely a safety. So Raiders.
Minka Fitzpatrick,
right? But
no, not on Pittsburgh.
Not on Pittsburgh.
Cleveland,
not on Pittsburgh.
Cleveland Browns or Ravens and Bengals. Oh, who's
Eli
the
Apple.
Bengal? No, possibly. Let's do it.
No, he's on the Saints.
Oh yeah, he changed.
No, he's on the Bengals.
Is he on this? We'll do you.
Yeah, he's still. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Let's go, Eli Apple.
Let's go. Yeah, he's on the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought he maybe changed his year. Yeah. All right. Well, that actually, I don't think we've actually missed Weddle yet. So I'll take it.
No, we haven't.
All right. So, banger podcast. I appreciate Treyvon. Honestly, thank you so much for being on.
I had so much.
Thanks for showing up.
We will make this a regular thing. I truly appreciate you being on. We'll have you on here more often because it's good to get a different perspective. Because Dave and I argue just about every.
We'll probably have you on next time. One of us plays the Eagles.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun, guys. It was awesome. Dave, I'm glad we teamed up against Chandler there.
Yeah, a little bit.
We always usually find heads, so it's cool to be partners with you for once.
Yeah. Chandler's so good, we needed a backup for me.
Yeah. QB1 just got benched.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun, man. And yeah, let's do this again for sure. Like, I'm down. Do we have any more room in the fantasy league?
We do. I was going to ask about. We are going to be. That's something Dave and I got to discuss because we got to change the draft day. I will be traveling to Canada on that day, so we got to play around with that a little bit. We definitely have room for that. Yeah. That's something me and him are going to break down because that's going to be really fun. I want as many people as involved. Like, we need as many people. We have no cap. It's not like 10 people and done. If there's 50 people, we got 50 people. We'll go for it and have different leagues.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah, I'm down. I'll spread the word up north the border, and we'll get this thing going, man. And then put some money down and that's it.
Perfect. All right, Trey. So one question we always ask: what's your take? What's the check? What is your take that you're leaving us with?
My take.
Anything. It can be anything. Your hottest take that you got. David, you have one this week? If
Any
anything,
sport?
yeah, you can go any sport if you want to. He always goes for Oilers, but unfortunately, that's not a thing anymore.
Right. Yeah, I got you. I got a pretty good take, I think.
All right, David, what's
Go
your
ahead,
take if
Dave.
you got
Let me
it?
think of one. Let me think of one. I'm on the spot here.
I think, and this is a hot take here, boys. I think Steph Curry is gonna get at least 2 more championships.
It's not as hot as you think. It is not as hot as you think.
2 more championships.
I don't think 2.
Yeah, 2.
You know what? I'll give you a harder take. I'll give you a harder take opportunity. Does Steph Curry pass LeBron James?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
All right, now you can say that take. Now say that take because that's a take.
Yeah, that's
I'm on that. I'm on that.
So say
Steph
it. I want
Curry
you.
over LeBron.
No, so say what the full thing. I want you to say it with your chest. Who's gonna
the
win more?
TikTok.
Who's gonna win more? Yeah, I gotta get the clip in there.
For the TikToks. All right. My hot take for this week is Steph Curry is going to get at least 2 more championships, and he will be better than LeBron at the end of his career.
He'll be considered if you want to. Maybe if you want
He
to.
will be better than LeBron. Not considered. Better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Game 1, 2018 NBA Finals. I'm sorry. I made him top 2. That game made him top 2 alone.
All right, so Treyvon, you got one for us?
Hot take. I was too busy laughing this guy. Actually, Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. No, I don't know if it's crazy or hot take, but yeah. No,
I respect it. I take it. Yeah. Myles Garrett is a great player.
Yeah.
Let's hope that he can not take someone's helmet and beat them with it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
And that doesn't show how dysfunctional the Browns are. I don't know what. Oh wait, they got a quarterback that has 26 civil lawsuits against him.
Great organization. Great.
Without giving a preview to who I think is coming out of the AFC, Rams possibly. Rams making it back to the Super Bowl. I called it last year. I'm calling it again. Rams back to the Super Bowl this year.
Okay.
That's a tough division still too. Yeah.
That's fair.
I think they're going for it again. So I mean,
hey,
that's not a hot take to me.
I was right a year before, so that's true. That's fair. For what's the check down with Chandler and David with co-host Mr. Treyvon. We appreciate you so much, man. Appreciate having you on. Until next week, episode 16's in the books, and we hope you guys have a great night, rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Fly Eagles fly.